A small town ghost story for you. When I was 18 years old, I was a brand new mum, knee-deep in diapers and breast milk, and severely lacking on sleep. My baby daddy, now husband, and I had just signed the lease on our first home together in a tiny town in North Texas. The town was so small that there was just one flashing red traffic light, 2 gas stations, and 1 cop who only worked 2 nights a week. The population was well under 1,000. Our house was adorable. Pink brick, big backyard, 2 bedrooms and 1 bathroom. Perfect for our young family. Shortly after moving in, strange things began to happen, and it didn't take long for us to realize we weren't the only ones in the house. Over the next 2 years, it was clear to us that there were at least 2 entities in the house with us. A woman and a man. The first incident occurred while my husband was home alone with the baby. He was sitting on the couch in the living room when he saw the light, misty shape of a woman pacing in the kitchen. He couldn't make out her face, but he could tell it was definitely a woman wearing a long dress. In the following weeks and months, it seemed like the activity really picked up and was focused in our daughter's room. Every single day when I went to get my daughter out of her crib, pictures that were hung on her wall would be on the floor. The first couple of times, I chalked it up to not having enough thumbtacks holding the large painted canvases up. But even after reinforcing each painting, I'd still come in to find them all on the floor. At the time, my daughter was so young, there was no way she could have knocked them down, and my husband definitely wouldn't have intentionally messed up her room like that. Being a new mama bear, this activity really pissed me off. Like, fuck you, ghost. Mess with someone your own size. The next major incident occurred when my sister and her boyfriend spent the night at our house. At the end of a long night of board games, since we were too broke to have internet or TV, they made a pallet of pillows and blankets on the floor in the living room, and my husband and I retired to our bedroom. The way our house was set up, the living room, kitchen and dining room were in the front of the house. Then there was a long hallway leading to the bathroom and the 2 bedrooms, which sat directly across from each other at the end of the hallway. The next morning, my sister and her boyfriend looked extremely tired. When we asked how they slept, my sister said, "We kept waking up every time you went to the bathroom." Confused, I looked at my husband. "I didn't go to the bathroom last night. Did you?" My sister explained that they heard our bedroom door open and close. Then, after a short pause, the bathroom door open and close. A couple minutes later, they'd hear the bathroom door open and close, and then the bedroom door again. As if someone was leaving the bedroom, going to the bathroom, then coming back to bed. They heard this sequence at least 3 times that night. I was breastfeeding my 6-month-old at the time, and I never closed our bedroom door, ever. I always left it open in case the baby woke up in the night. Our rooms were arranged so that I could just sit up in bed and see across the hall into her room. Needless to say, this experience had us thoroughly shook. We started losing sleep, worried that every little sound was something or someone in the house, in Addie's room. I began to feel like I was going crazy. The anxiety consumed my thoughts, day and night. Then, one night, I woke up in the middle of the night, once again. I sat up in bed and looked toward the hallway to peer into the baby's room. Instead of seeing the warm yellow glow of her nightlight, there was the black shape of a man, opaque, impenetrable black, and he was standing near the foot of my bed, blocking the glow of the nightlight. He was tall, maybe 6 feet, with broad shoulders. I couldn't see any of his features, as he was solid black, but I got the sense that he was wearing a blazer or suit jacket, which caused his shoulders to look square. Strangely, when I saw him, I didn't feel scared. He didn't feel threatening or spooky like the woman did. In fact, when I realized what I was seeing, I simply rolled over and went back to sleep. The next morning, I described the night's events to my husband, and we agreed to have the house blessed, just in case. After that, the activity stopped. We never had another experience again.